You are now watching Dilio T2K. Dilio T2K. We are taking over.
Hey, what's up? Dilio coming to you with another beat remake, and in this video we're going to remake Rihanna's Needed Me. And instead of doing everything on machine, we're actually going to shift gears and take you to FL Studio on the Mac. Now, one of the things I want you to remember is that this program is not even finished, but it has a lot of features I really missed and kind of forgot that I loved for a long time. So it's good to kind of go back and try to do things the old ways before I started using Machine. So I'm back in the FL Studio environment, and we're just going to see if we can recreate this beat and have some fun with that. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. And this video is going to feature some sounds I'm actually going to use that I originally created for the tutorial. That's going to actually sound a lot like the original song. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to be back on FL Studio and messing around with that because, wow, all the features I've been missing are like, oh yeah, they're here. And even on a not finished program like this, it's great. So we're just gonna get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to do the bass line. So this is a massive patch I designed. I probably could have did this in 3x oscillator, but it's just a bass patch I designed. I'm going to include it in the Khemikals library for free. If you already bought it, you're going to get this patch for free if you want to use it for your trap soul. And that's one of the things I love. I love trap soul sound, because I'm more, I think I'm R&B guy at heart. So I like that. And this is sort of kind of a ambient, kind of a dubstep kind of thing, but not done to the fullest extent of dubstep. I'll stop talking. Let's put the bass line down. Starting off with a G, B flat, then coming to the E flat. Walk it up to the F, G, then we're at the B flat. So let's put that down. 2, 3, and. Good. So now we're going to add some more sounds. We're going to add this little. Hear that? Sounds like the song to me. That's another patch that I'm going to put in Khemikals. I'm going to call it Needed You, so that you know it's inspired by Needed Me. It's just another instance of Massive, and it's a patch I designed. So let's go ahead and put that loop down. And we're just going to do a B flat to the C, D, F, F, G, F, G. So let's put that down. And we're just going to add some more to that. Right? Let's check it out. Right click, get into the piano roll. Make sure it ends in a timely fashion, because if we go over, then it won't loop properly. Yeah, we lost it somewhere. So I'm just going to bring that back. Make sure it loops properly like that. Wow, I hope I didn't screw nothing up. Let's see. We're live. Okay, we're in there. All right, so I got a kick drum, and we're just going to add that in. We're going to actually, I'm going to program the kick and the rim shot. I'm going to click it all in at the same time. So I got the kick drum on this track in red. I got the rim shot over here in yellow with a reverb. If you can see here in the mixer, I got a rim shot right there. And then I got a pretty reverb already running. Look at that, isn't that cool? Pretty graphics. So we're just going to put that in there. All right, so kick, snare, kick, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare, kick. And I just click that in. Let's listen to what it sounds. Oops, too early. So we can edit while we're letting the beat go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so now I'm gonna add hi-hat. Go dun 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 dun. I'm just kind of saying out loud what I think in my head sometimes when I try to click the pattern in there. So 1 and E, 3 and 16 notes, 16, 1 E and a 2 E and a. That's how I think they count 16 notes. I'm sure there's some experts in the comment section that will correct everything that I do. That's fine. I can learn from you as well as you learn from me. All right, and we're just gonna kind of do a generic repetition of that hat, and then we're gonna do something special around the turnaround. We're gonna throw in some triplets in there. And you know, I'm probably gonna mess up the original rhythm of what the original song does, but you know, I'm not too worried about that. So let's listen towards this turnaround. So around there's a rib shot at this point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my grid, which is this magnet here, to a triple step. And I'm just going to go to this icon and paint in some notes. So da-da-da-da, right there. And I'm going to change the dynamics so it kind of rolls in. And I'm just going to screw around and have some more fun with it and go over here. Now let's just listen to it and see what it sounds like. Woo. You know, we can have fun with it, you know. So now let's go ahead and add some vox. Now I got a little. So we're going to try and simulate those voices in the background. I'm not going to copy it perfectly, but I'm really going for a proof of concept and how the sound was achieved. So this is just a contact plugin right here. And, you know, I've done some EQing on it already. So you kind of hear the full thing. So we're just going to try and kind of make it more ambient. And one of the ways I want to do to make it more ambient is just throwing another Philly reverb right there. Right click right here on the presets, go to large. And I'm just going to go crazy with it and just have fun. And I'm just going to play around with it and just kind of let it kind of freak out in the background, you know. 2, 3, 4, and. I don't like that second sound, so I'm just going to go back to the piano roll and just. So let's just play with that. I like that. So we're just going to play with that some more, see if we can get more reverb. I think we got just about all the reverb we're going to get out of that. Let's turn up the decay. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Because the reason I want more decay is I want you to hear that pumping sound that I'm going to throw in. Yeah, so it's like now it's kind of more way overkill. So there's a lot of sound information going on with the overkill reverb, but I want to do that to create something that we can cut and pump to the kick drum and to everything else, kind of like a simulated sidechain that's in popular EDM. So let's go ahead and add a controller. And I love this controller because I think it's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. So I want to do kind of a simulated sidechain. So let's see what I can do here. So as we can see, we see the sidechain or the LFO on the peak controller, fully pre-control, kind of slowly hanging out. So what we're going to do, we're just going to try and And actually, this is good because I want you to see what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to assign the output of this LFO to the volume in the mixer. And the crazy thing about FL Studio is like it's very easy to just make one parameter or one generator of data or control information go straight to something else, you know. And so this video may stop because we're almost at 10 minutes now, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going deeper, and I may have to cut and come back. So if the video stops or if I edit, matter of fact, let's just take a quick break and we'll go from there. All right. So I'm just going to go to the mixer and I'm just going to make this this controller pump, right? And so we're just going to link it to the LFO of the Fruity Peak controller, which is right here. So let's just check that out there. The mapping formula is good. And accept. Now as we go forward, you see that we have the volume kind of going there. And we can just turn it down a little bit. And notice that. So now let's play with the vocal we just did with all that reverb. And let's listen what happens to it. And hopefully I didn't screw it up. Also, make sure you unmute. Now we got it fading in, right? So we're almost there. So let's speed up that LFO to, I think, 2 steps. Oh, that's too fast. Let's listen to that. Cool, but not what we're looking for. So let's go to 4. And look at the fader. It's just going crazy right now. I'm going to stop it right here and come back. Okay, we're back. We got it pumping. It's pumping. And we can adjust the volume here. Kind of sidechain a little bit. Kind of tweak it. And now we can go back to the plugin, Massive, and go back to the gritty. And we can add it right there and go louder. That sounds good. So now we could do a little bit of arranging because it's very easy to arrange. So what I'll do is I'll just clone this pattern. Okay, so we got pattern 1, pattern 2, doesn't look any different. Let's go to the song arranger. And we're like right here. So let's go to pattern 1, bow, and pattern 2, bow, right? And so in pattern 2, we want the hat coming in and we want the vocals coming in. So in pattern 1, all we got to do is just highlight the pattern, hit Control cut, you know, like cutting on words. So now let's listen to the differences. And also, we're going to try and automate the perimeter of Massive getting gritty on the second pattern. So we're going to start here and let's listen to it. And I'm using this icon right here to turn it off from pattern mode and go into song mode. So let's play it from here. Let me try to tune that. So we're going to try and make sure I got that kind of mellow, that bass line. Let me just turn down that LFO a little bit. I have to kind of do extra clicks just to get it to go where I want it to. Okay, that's good right there. And we'll just add the grit. Okay, so moving forward, we're gonna use a tool and create an automation control. So I'm gonna tweak this right here, hit tool, last tweaked, create automation clip. All right, so now we're here. So I'm gonna go to pattern 2, and we're gonna go back to the song player mode or the song playlist here, and let's just see what we got there. There, we got something right there. So I'm just gonna try and trim that if I can. I hope it'll let me again, and maybe some, yeah, that's good right there. So actually, what I'm going to do is paint that back there. And let me see if I can duplicate that. I think it's Shift B is the shortcut. I may be wrong, but that's okay. So I'm going to just turn this all the way up for this part here. Okay. And then actually, let's see if I can clone that. Right click, clone. And see, now we have another set of automation to play with right here. Let me make sure I'm not jacking that up. And again, you know, things could be a little glitchy because this is an alpha and it's not done. But that's okay. So we're going to take this down and click the corners. So now pattern 1 should be mellow. So let's just listen to it and make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. And then go rough. All right, we're in there. So that's some cool automation info right there. So let's unmute everything and let's see what we got. And I think we should be done. And everything comes in. So let's go further. Let's arrange this better. So we have this right here. So let's go ahead and I believe it's a Shift B, Shift D. I don't remember well, I do know that you can move these over like that. And that's the cool thing about FL Studio. You can kind of just click around and eventually you will get the same thing. So while that's highlighted, I can probably paint that pattern too in there right there. Click that, paint that pattern in right there and do this. Boom, boom. And I think we're done. So let's play it back. Everything's lined up, everything's snapped together. The automation is on point. It's a clip of automation that you can manipulate. Bring the bass in. So that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it went kind of long, but there's a lot of details in it that there is to discuss while working in FL Studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you like the video, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't checked it out before. And I'm out of here. Peace. This video is sponsored by Khemikals, a preset library from Massive, including pads, leads, bass sounds, and more. Be sure to visit DelioT2K.com to hear it live and pick up your copy today.